Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dorty Talk podcast. I believe this is episode 4. I'm joined today with Ryan, of course. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, everyone.
Why do you fuck me every time on the intro? Fuck it, we're leaving it in. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
What's the story? How's it going? We skipped last week. We were a bit bold.
We skipped, yeah.
We were a bit illegal.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Are you fuming at me like?
Yeah. I'm absolutely snapping at you, man. Like
I flip your world upside down?
That we didn't. I had nothing to do on Sunday. I had no one to talk to. You know,
not your girlfriend or family.
No, God no.
Fuck them. Can I just say
we didn't have our usual chat.
No. No, I was just gonna say fuck your girlfriend and your family.
Yeah. No, you're right there.
I'm all right there now. Anyway, Ryan, what's been going on? I'll get into why we skipped last week in a sec, but what's the haps like? Give me your day-to-day latest.
Day-to-day, some interesting development. My missus got a car, so we've been like zooming.
Vroom vroom.
We've been zooming.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, which kind of like, I mean, even my mom was like, when are you going to start driving, Ryan? And it kind of dawned on me that I have absolutely zero interest in driving in cars. I don't know about you.
I don't want to. Not that I don't trust myself, but there's just so many people that trust themselves implicitly to drive around a 2-ton motor vehicle with the capacity to kill most people, and it makes me a bit uncomfortable because even from the passenger side, I can see a lot of people are shit drivers. You know,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to join those ranks. You know,
I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be for me. Like I don't really have an interest in driving. I'm just going to let my missus drive me around. She's going to be my new chauffeur.
I know.
I'm okay with that.
You're such you're like a backwards fuck boy now. I don't even know what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's current year. It's it's time for the women to start driving us around. Let's go. Instead of driving us up the wall. Whoa! I don't. Okay. No, women, I love women. I love women so much.
Not this week. Not this week.
Not this week.
Not this week.
All right. Anyway,
week.
But driving a car, like I want to do it, but just as of right now, like my dad's been at me loads of times being like, come on, cop on and just fucking you leave it, the more it's gonna be an adjustment to learn it and all that kind of shit. And I'm just like, yeah, but like I've left it so long now that I just don't want to do it. So why not just keep leaving it?
It's one of those things. It's better off to do as young as possible. It just looks, even if you don't want to drive, I've been instructed that it's good to just have a driver's license. It looks good.
It does.
On your what's it called?
On your what's it? Who's it?
Yeah, on your record, it looks good to have a full driver's license, even if you don't even plan on driving. It's just nice to have in case in the future you decide, oh, I want to actually start driving, and then you have to learn from scratch at the age like fucking 30.
Yeah.
But as it stands,
she doesn't have.
Do not care.
No, I mean, right now, where the fuck am I going?
Yeah,
I'm going to drive the edge of my 5K to look at some cows having sex or something.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I'd do that.
Actually, wait, does that mean the cows are lesbians? I mean, a cow and a bullock.
Yeah.
Is there cow lesbians?
Probably. I assume so. Yeah,
I've definitely seen
gay, man.
I've seen gay dogs and gay penguins.
There's loads of gay animals.
But I've never seen lesbian animals. That's peculiar, isn't it?
Yeah, there's loads. Definitely.
That's something of a commentary on humanity, Ryan, is it not? Boys support boys and fuck them in the ass, but like women, I gotta stop this train. No, okay. Anyway, no, I will eventually drive. Very well done for Jess. Just doxed her. For getting her. Has she got her full license or is it just the car?
She has a car and she has what's it called? Provisional.
Okay.
Waiting on a test. Man, the waiting list for a test is fucking ridiculous at the moment.
I remember checking it like 6 months ago and there was like 45,000 people waiting. So I don't know. I can't imagine what it's
crazy
like now. So should
it's
we
kind of
stupid next year? Huh?
But yeah, literally, hopefully. Anyway,
expensive though.
To keep it running. Fucking the insurance, bro.
Yeah, and it's not what car is it? It's not
Crazy.
even like it's not a big chugger, like it's a bit of a rinky dinky little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a what's it, a Peugeot 3 thing or something. I don't know, something like that. Something like that.
Peugeot, like.
It's one of them. I'm gonna say her entire license plate, and you
I'm gonna
guys,
sneeze while you do that.
yeah, go on, do it. Go
I
on, bro.
actually muted for the good safety of our listeners' ears, Ryan. You actual fucking sociopath. What was that about? Come on, Andrew. Yeah, give us one of those. Give us a
Go
fucking
on, go on,
sneeze.
get an out,
Ryan, I'm
sneeze,
gonna be
bro.
honest with you. I've been feeling a bit shit physically the
Yeah.
last couple of days.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't know if you've ever had this. I don't know how to explain it. I'm in like the twilight zone of sickness, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. So
Yeah.
like, I'm congested. I'm getting that twinge of sick feeling. I'm sneezing a lot. I'm blowing my nose a lot. Like I already have shit sinuses, but yeah, I don't know if I sound off even now. But I don't know what's wrong with me. You know?
I know you sound shit as you always do.
Ryan,
I'll go down.
now, on top of my physical ailment, you have now wounded me so deeply emotionally
Mhm.
that I'm not
Yeah.
sure there will be an episode 5. But look, we'll come back
That's
to
what we're
that.
here for, you know.
We'll see how we can see what happens when we get to the end of this.
Speaking of physically, since our last episode, we've been at the dentist. That's the first time I've been at That's the first time I've been at the dentist since I was like 12, man.
Knowing
That's
you, I thought you were going to say, that's the first time I've been to the dentist and leave it there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Honestly,
Since as an adult, it's the first time I've been to the dentist
of your own
as an
accord.
adult. Like,
Yeah.
I had an abscess when I was like 11 or 12, and I had to go get that sorted. And since
Yum.
then, I haven't been. But you got me. Yeah, I had to get filling. I was kind of dreading it because I went in and they do that thing. He was like, I wasn't gonna bullshit him. He's like, when was the last time at dentist? I was like, man, yes. Man, I don't
Yeah.
even know. I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna bullshit him.
Mhm.
And then they do that thing where they take an X-ray of your teeth and then they go around by each tooth and they kind of write down like the quality of each tooth, like you know.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, oh fuck, these are gonna be bad, like. And they were all fine. All my teeth were like, yeah, grand, and except one needed a
Except
filling,
one.
which I was aware of. That I had one tooth that's fucked, and
Yeah.
then I had to get a filling. I had to get the injection of the what's it called? What's the numb thing? Anesthetic.
Numb juice.
Numb juice. I had to get
Numb
the numb
juice.
juice.
I'm pretty sure they got.
Uh,
Do you have any numb juice, guys? Sorry,
any
go on.
numb juice on thing. I had to get
Sorry.
that 3 times. I had to get that 3 times.
Into your gums.
Just wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't work.
That's yummy.
And then this is really exciting for our listeners.
I know,
tuning
yeah.
in.
What was
Ryan?
a couple
What
of
have they
weeks
got
ago?
to
First
talk
episode was
about?
ear infection. Now it's like
Mhm.
moldy teeth. Like fucking
Yeah,
a.
it's like what have they got to talk about? They've missed. They haven't done it in over a week. What have they got to talk about? No,
Teeth,
same shit.
teeth, and
And then
cars.
yeah, he did it first, and he was like, "I'll give that a couple of minutes." And then he got up and was about to drill my tooth, and I was like, "Here, bro, like this still feels the same." I
Yeah,
had to stop. And he was like, "All right." So he did it twice more, and then that was grand. And then he had to clean my teeth. That was the original reason I went because my teeth were fucked. I needed to get them cleaned.
mhm.
And you're talking
Fucked.
about being physically, you feel shit physically. I feel a lot better physically now. I feel a lot more confident
Oh,
when
okay. So I
I
see.
smile now.
So this is a sort of a long form way of saying "fuck you, Andrew." I
Yeah.
don't care that you feel unwell, and I'm gonna revel in the fact that I'm doing great and you're not. Is that what sort of the painting you're Picassoing for me right now? You
Pretty much. I've just sandbagged you back, man.
man,
You've just done this. You've done
I
this a
hate
couple of
sand.
times.
It's rough and it's coarse,
It's
and it gets in the bottom of my fucking bag all the time.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm just feeling sicky on
Mhm.
in my mind, in my inside. My lungs are like heavy.
Awful pain in
Awful,
your mind.
awful, like suffering with my health. Like now,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use this as a segue, and I'm gonna announce it's a segue because that's Dorty Talk fashion at this stage.
That's just our, our go-to now. That's ours.
Attention, listeners. I will now be transitioning into the next topic. Please keep
Mhm.
all thoughts inside your brain until the next topic. Next topic. I don't know. So we missed last week, Ryan, and that's now. I'll put my hands up to God, Allah, fucking Houdini, whoever's listening, right? And my mom had a bit of a fucky wucky in the old stomach. You know, I think that's the medical term. I'm not going to go into it because I don't really know, but I just know infection or something. Anyway, all I know is, what was it last Tuesday? So I'm in bed I'm trying to go to sleep. I got class tomorrow, and I'm thinking to myself, God damn, I just can't sleep. I've been lying, tossing and turning in bed for hours, and eventually, because of my weak will and discipline, I decide to have a smoke, just to knock me out and help me go to dreamland because I have to attend this class. And anyway, shortly so this is like what, maybe 4. I had been in bed since like midnight, and suddenly, quite suddenly after, my father comes barging, fucking hell, so there's too many vowels, barging into the room saying, Andrew, get up, get dressed, get downstairs, look after your mom, I have to call the ambulance for her. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. And I get up, and Ryan, I am blasted,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay, sick. And he goes, come on. And I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, cool. So I get dressed, I come downstairs, and my mother is literally wailing in pain on the
Mm.
bed downstairs. So now, as you can imagine, not to make this about me, but it's my fucking podcast. I'm going to make it about me, right?
Yeah.
So,
Like we are the stars. So
so we are the
fuck,
Dorts,
fuck yous.
you know?
Mhm.
Um, oh, that's funny as well because today's Mother's Day.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck you, man.
Fuck you.
This story isn't about you, even though it is.
Oh god.
So I come down, and she's absolutely losing it over the pain. Understandable. Proper wailing. And I'm just sitting there at the end of the bed, staring at her like I'm looking at a UFO landing. And I'm just like, um, um, does it hurt? Like, she fucking looks at me like, yes, it hurts. Anyway, as this goes on, and my dad's organizing a bag for the hospital and all this kind of stuff, and trying to keep the kids in the room, I am slowly but surely losing consciousness. And I mean, like, my vision was turning into like a pinhole, and
I can imagine.
I was completely blacking out from
Mhm.
absolute anxiety and exhaustion. So my dad was like, Andrew, do you have any tracksuit bottoms? I have no clean tracksuit bottoms. So I have one like pair of tracksuit bottoms that I think would fit into my mom, so or my mom would fit into. So I ran upstairs, and then I sat down in the chair, and I was like, holy shit, as much as she's dying, I'm actually gonna pass out. And then
Yeah.
my dog came up and licked me in the face and scared me, and then I snapped out of it. Basically, got down, like wisened up, and then 2 paramedics came in, and the paramedics were trying to be nice, but in my tired state, I was just kind of like, "You're a pair of cheeky fucks, aren't you? Fucking hell." Well, I can't help you, Sarah, until you tell me what's going on. She fucking knows. Like, get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out.
What the fuck?
Anyway, lovely men trying to do their jobs. So eventually, I'm standing in the corner, and my dad's talking through what happened. My mom's trying to explain, and I'm just in the corner with my hood up. And I am just so fucking railed. And I
Oh
was just
god.
like, and then my dad turns around to me, and he's like, "You're right, Andrew." And like, he's laughing now because we're about to
Mhm.
get going, and she just got the pain gas or whatever. And I'm
Mhm.
just in the corner, like, yeah, no, it's just,
Yeah, man, bro. Yeah, man,
there's
right.
just like I'm kind of hungry actually.
I'm not right. You know.
So anyway, she gets shuttled off to the hospital, and for the last week or so, I was helping my dad do the house and just look after all the shit. So yeah, that's why we missed last week. Last week's I keep feeling like I'm speaking weird, but so that's it. So now we're here. That's your context. Piss, you know.
But so anyway, thoughts go out to Andrew's mom. Hope she's doing all right. Hope she's doing a lot better.
Yes.
I mean, you texted me and I was like, holy shit! I was out shopping at the time,
Yeah.
and I got a text and I was like, oh my fuck! I hope I was genuinely scared because it's one of those things where you're like, 99% of your brain's like, I should be grand, you know, but it's that 1% where it's like, fuck, please be grand,
Yeah, like
you know.
she was like, even the paramedics were like, look, it's probably like colitis or like a bacterial infection that's just inflamed everything, but you will be fine. But my mom wasn't even listening to them because she was just like, I don't want to go to the hospital. I'm gonna get COVID. And we
Mm-hmm.
were just kind of like, well, they kind of do like their utmost to make sure that doesn't happen. But anyway, I understand it. So yeah, back now, healing and mending. She's on steroids and antibiotics, so she is quite favorable. to be
So
frank.
moral of the story is, don't be smoking if there's a chance that your ma could get rushed to a hospital.
Yes, because
That is,
you will sit there like a spinning lemon, just fucking trying to comprehend what's going on. Anyway, also just don't smoke because it's a bad habit and it's gross and it's disgusting and I'm
yeah,
nasty.
yeah, yeah.
All right,
Don't do that, kids.
now
Kids watching this.
all the kids, all the minors, the under 18 people that are watching this show feverishly, we're like TikTok 2, Ryan. You
I
know,
know, yeah.
we're like the more dynamic and sexier Jedward, except we're not Jedward because Jedward are
Any
not fit are not what the fuck are they lab grown? Do you think they're real people?
no, man, defo. But if there's
I
any kids out there listening to this, get your parents' permission. Next episode, if
true.
any kids want to watch this, get a permission slip signed. Email it to dirtytalkpodcast@gmail.com. We'll verify you to watch it.
I thought you were gonna say all the kids watching this. If you're gonna smoke, get your parents' permission.
Yeah, that too. If you're gonna be smoking, just see if your man's all right.
Just
Before you
get the
do it,
green
all
light.
right?
Look, she'd probably rather you do it at home than out with your mates. So you know.
Course.
Also, as another health related thing, in terms of feeling physically shit, my left molar, like back molar, has been getting progressively more sore over the last couple of weeks. And it's just again one of those things of like, man, I don't want to look after my health. I want to sit
Yeah.
around and play video games. I don't want to go to the doctor.
I had one tooth at the back. I don't know what it is. I don't fucking know. Anyway, at the very back, and basically it was like it hurt every time I drank something cold or ate something. It would like kill me, And it was like that for years, a good 3-4 years, I'd say. And it's only now that I've rectified it. And I remember coming out of the dentist and like later on the day drinking something ice cold, and I was like, I'm not in pain anymore. Why haven't I done this? I haven't enjoyed an ice cold glass of water in years.
In years.
And now I've just literally years, man. Years since I've actually just drank and not been killing. And I've had that longer than I've been in a relationship. That fucking pain in my tooth.
Bogey tooth.
Yeah. And I was like, why haven't I addressed this before?
Yeah.
Like, why have I just been putting up with this?
I don't know.
Anyway, that's it. That's enough health shit.
Now, throw me another topic, Ryan. Throw me a spicy meatball of a topic,
right.
not to culturally appropriate.
Here we go. What are some of your pet peeves?
Oh,
and anything that just annoys you?
I've got one that just sprints breakneck speed into my mind as soon as you say that, and I've been thinking about this, and I've wanted to say it to someone. You know, when people post, especially on Instagram, they post about someone else's birthday on Instagram on their story or something.
Yeah,
I understand that. Sure enough, you like that person, you want to shout out that person. But what confuses me is then that person whose birthday it is then reposting everyone else's posts of their birthday on their own story, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, fuck off.
So you're just scrolling through and it's like 30 stories of this person saying, look at all these people saying happy birthday to me. And I'm just kind of sitting there thinking, but who fucking cares? Why do I have to see this? I would rather
today, like on Twitter, like I'm seeing loads of people on Twitter today being like, "Happy Mother's Day" and all this shit to me, man, whatever. That none of your mans are on Twitter.
No
one's gonna see this.
My mom's not allowed on Twitter.
Yeah,
you know,
no one's gonna see this.
Like, that's just, I don't know. I then again, I should have just said social media. There's so much social media stuff that, especially with lockdown, has just been fucking getting to me, Ryan. You know,
I actually posted a Mother's Day board on Pinterest for my mom. Hopefully she sees it.
I actually connected for Mother's Day. I actually connected with my mom on LinkedIn, so I'm really looking forward to her seeing that. I sent her a lovely message. You know,
I actually made a whopper fucking gaffer on Bin Weevils.
Yeah,
hopefully, if she makes an account of, she'll see it.
Yeah. No, I actually redeveloped and re-released Club Penguin for her. So I hope she sees that. That'd be really good. That'd be nice for her. Now she does a lot of work. I'd like to see her get something back. You know what I mean?
I definitely agree with you though. People who just post stuff on their stories and stuff. I'm like, who cares? No, people post their fucking, like, their kids, man. I don't want to see your kid.
Man, like, you made it. Congrats. Imagine painting one picture and you just and you take pictures of that painting like 60 times and you just keep eventually someone will be like, fuck off. I don't want to keep
Go
seeing
away.
this fucking
Well,
thing.
don't see your kids.
Get rid of it.
Mhm.
Sell it off if you're so, want to show it off so much or whatever. Well,
Mm.
no, I don't think you're allowed to sell people anymore.
No, that's outdated now, man.
I'll have to check that now. I'm not too certain. But okay. Any pet peeves yourself, Ryan?
I'm gonna throw it, man. I've been wanting a platform to talk about this for a long fucking time. You know what I'm gonna say, man. House lambs. When are we gonna get rid of them? When,
Right. Explain to me the proposed plan and then the shortcomings of a house alarm.
Okay, basically, house alarms are useless.
Okay.
They serve no purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They have no pros, and they have one con, and that is just to be loud and annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, they were brought into production so that you could install them in your house, and therefore, if an intruder broke into your house, it would sound off this alarm, and then nearby neighbors and stuff like that would know that there might be someone in your house. All right, but they go off so often. It's like the boy who cried wolf, but in a fucking alarm. So
that's
every day
so
I hear alarms go off in my area. So they're not all being burgled.
No.
I live in the most boring estate on the planet. They're not all being burgled.
That's
so
a
you
funny.
Just kind of ignore.
That's a funny concept though. Of like, imagine your neighbor's house alarm goes off, and you just like grab a crowbar, and you and the family start like kicking down the front door, going, "Who's in here?" Yeah.
All it does is create just noise pollution for the rest of your estate. Mm-hmm. And also, I don't know about you, right? But if I was a burglar, right? If I was a burglar and I was just floating around and I saw a house alarm that was going off for like 3 hours, I'd be like, no one's home. That's the house I'm gonna that's the house I'm gonna burgle. I'm not gonna set off the alarm, it's already on.
No one lives there. No one's gonna turn off the fucking alarm. So I guess I'm good to go.
And everyone's just kind of like, oh my god, that fucking alarm. Like, so no one's reporting or anything. And it's just basically saying that's the house going. No one's home. All burglars, no one's in this house.
This is the thing of like, I understand your point. I'm not gonna jump on this bandwagon now and just say fuck house alarms. They serve no purpose, because we both know they serve a purpose. But
they serve absolutely no purpose.
Well, they serve a purpose. They're designed to serve a purpose.
They don't work.
Yeah, I know.
They need to be reevaluated. I think a silent alarm that just
notifies the guards or something.
Yeah. Also, if an alarm goes off, let's say you're a burglar and you're in a house and the alarm goes off, you just go fuck and you just leg it and you're out. So no people are being caught. Set off a silent alarm that triggers the guards. So hopefully the guards will get here while they're still in the house and arrest them.
Mm-hmm.
Not give the fucking the robbers a head start.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the alarm's going off. You have a couple of minutes.
It is kind of the police siren equivalent of architecture. I will give you that.
It's so stupid. Also, the most annoying thing about them. Why do we say it's going off?
Are you going to go into a different topic?
Right. Why do we say they're going off when they're actually just coming on? Why do we say that? Oh, the house alarm's going off. It's turning on.
What's next, Ryan? Why is there D in fridge?
Yeah, but why is there a D in fridge?
There's none in refrigerator.
Who put that there?
Who put that there? What are you smoking?
But anyway, I better relax. But I'm getting too heated now about house alarms.
Any other pet peeves, dare I ask, or shall we move on? Cyclists.
About time.
Okay, one thing I'll say is, if you think now, look, God forgive me, these are just people who are trying to either travel in a more environmentally friendly way and or trying to get some exercise in. But if you think you in your with hunched over like a little spa in your full lycra shorts, top, like ergonomic sunglasses and helmet, if you think for a second you don't look like a complete and utter categorical nonce, I don't know what to say to you.
Yeah, man. Preach, man. I could not have said that better myself. Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, if you look, health and wealth, we love it. But every time I see a cyclist, and it's always middle-aged men in like, or women if it's women, I don't care because I'm looking at their arse. Happy Mother's Day. But
Not this week. Not this week.
No, that's fair. I'm sorry. But you know what I mean? It's just stop it. Just get a blazer or not blazer. Just get a windbreaker or something and like some trackies. I mean, tell me the actual difference, and wear a helmet, obviously. But like, tell me the actual difference in quality. Like, you know,
one thing. Now, I don't over sexualize women on bikes, but when, you know, walk away. But
what the fuck? It was a joke, Ryan. Don't fucking don't put me in this snake pit.
Oh man,
I hate you,
week, man. Oh man. Anyway, one
I
thing.
hate this podcast.
Also, right, I don't mind those cyclists, but those cyclists who spend like fucking a couple of €1,000 on their bike, they get them mad wheels. They have their little bottle on the side of their bike. They have that mad cycling gear. They have their little goggles and their mad fucking helmets, and they have that little thing on their arm that tells them where they're traveling with it, right? All the money that they've invested into this bike. Do you know what they could do with all that money? Buy a fucking car.
I knew you'd
buy
say
a car.
Buy a car.
Be like anyone else.
Buy an electric car. If you're concerned about the environment, buy an electric car.
Be like everyone else. Get off the road. Fuck off.
Just get off the road. Just walk. You know what, Ryan? There you go. If you want to be healthy and environmentally friendly, just fucking walk, jog.
Oh God.
Anyway,
I'm getting too angry now.
On from the pet peeves now because we've just complained for like 25 minutes. I'm gonna throw one at you. I'm gonna throw one at you. What's wrong with Wall-E?
Oh jeez. Okay. This again.
Disney movies. What is your top 3 Disney movies? Animated. I don't want unanimated.
What are we talking? Pixar.
Okay, so
what?
Now, not to be, facetious, if you will, but top 3 Disney movies you deaf fuck. How does that sound?
Because it's very hard to compare.
No, I don't know, man. I don't know the sub studios.
For this argument, will we just stick with Pixar?
I don't know. You're just gonna say Toy Story.
No, I won't.
You're just gonna say Toy Story 1, 2, and 3.
No, I won't. My top 3 Pixar movies.
Okay.
Top 3 Pixar movies. Number 1, Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shock.
No. Number 2, Monsters Inc.
Okay.
Number 3 is Up.
Okay.
Up.
I do like Up. I did like that movie. That movie is so sad.
It's very easy. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think. Toy Story. All the 4 Toy Stories are in with a shot of getting into the top 3. I think they're that good. But for the sake of this, I'm not gonna. It'd be so boring to just be like Toy Story 1, 2, 3. But I do think Monsters Inc. and Up are exceptional.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, I actually cannot think of any Disney movie now. I really like Ratatouille. I was really reminded of how comforting and warm Ratatouille is as a movie. You know,
and the vibes in it. The vibes
just like when he's flicking shit into the pot and stuff, and he's just having a time. These big juicy tomates. I'm just like, damn, that's living. Anyway, I can't think of 2 more, but I will now subcategorize. So what's now? And please bear with me. What's the best Toy Story?
The best Toy Story for me, Toy Story 1, right?
Yes. Okay.
I absolutely love that film. The only problem with it is that its animation is really outdated. I would love.
I think it still holds up.
Instead of them, some of the things in it just don't look great anymore. It's if you watch it now and remember that it did come out in the 90s. It's good, but
compared, mad though, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Did you see Toy Story 4?
I think so.
Man, the animation of that movie was exceptional.
What did they do in that one?
That was the one where Woody, Forky, what's his name? Forky. Yeah, she makes it, and they have to try and get Forky back.
I can't remember. And then
he finds Bo Peep and stuff. That movie was great. Also, I cry at every single Toy Story movie.
That's funny. I think is Toy Story 2 with Al's Barn.
Yeah, they're all great.
Toy Story 2. Ryan, can I ask you a quick side question before I get on to this next one? Next Disney question, because the next Disney question is good. So it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And you're getting up early, and you're like, you look at your schedule for the week, and you're like, I have work today.
I know.
And then of course, you're not going to walk, you're not going to cycle, public transport's too unreliable. So you end up getting in the car and, God forbid, driving all the way to work on a Saturday.
It's
Can you
it is
actually, like, what's the point
it's
when you
actually
boil it all down?
it's terrible. It
What's
is.
the
It's
point? Like,
a real downer, you know.
anyway,
For people who don't know,
yeah.
we're
No,
both
don't
out
give
of work now.
no context.
What?
No
No
context.
okay, no
Fuck 'em. If
context.
you
All
don't
right,
know it,
apparently.
and Ryan, this is a very hard stance to take, and I'm well aware of it.
Mhm.
If you don't know what that line means, I suppose after explicitly telling you which movie it's from, unsubscribe, unfollow, never listen again. Because if you're at that pea brain caveman level, I don't want anything to do with you. Anyway,
Mhm.
next one. What's the best classic Disney? So I'm talking Hercules, Dumbo, Bambi, Fox and the
Mhm.
Hound, The Rescuers.
There's one that stands out for me that
What's
isn't
that?
even close,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the Jungle Book. It's not even
Ooh.
not even close for
To
me.
ruin this
It's like
sentiment, do you think someone's made a porn knockoff and called it the Jungle Fuck?
100%. That
Excellent. Thank you
exists.
very
That
much.
exists.
I'd say Emperor's New Groove. I know it's not exactly the same time
Yeah,
frame, but I
it's
kind of
good.
that's old
Mhm.
style of Disney. I just
Mhm.
think about it. The music, banging. The acting, phenomenal. And just like the in jokes and the meta jokes and the fourth wall breaks blew my mind as a kid. And I
The
think
thing
that's it.
the thing with the classic Disney movies is they have a quality that is so rare and so timeless. Is
Mm-hmm.
that like you can't like their animation doesn't age because it's hand drawn animation. Like I was saying there about Toy
Yeah.
Stories, it's like it because it's computerized. It's the first what's it called?
You see it, the cracks, I guess.
Yeah, it's like it's the first animated of its style, computer generated. That
Mm.
over time it will age and it will get better. You can't draw better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
movies like Bambi's fucking so old, and yet it
yeah.
still looks just as good today as it did then. So that's what it kind of it just disappoints me a lot when I see Disney like recreating stuff like The Lion King. Why would you recreate the Lion King when
Man,
it's already timeless?
that's something that
And
annoyed
same,
me so much. I never watched the second and
I
third
don't
one.
think it's necessary. But that's what I'm saying. Like The Emperor's New Groove, like it's just as good as it was, just when
Mm-hmm.
it came out as it is today. Same with the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book, when that come out, 50s, 60s.
Oh, God knows,
It's
honestly.
it's so good. Yeah,
Well,
the
it's
Jungle
like
Book is
hand
always my
stitched
favorite
together. Yeah, it's very good.
of the classics.
Now, and that's all my meme topics. Do you have any meme topics left? We're also at
Me?
30. We're like at like 33 minutes, by the way.
Mm-hmm. No, me topics. I think I'm all out. I think I'm all
Okay.
out.
Okay. I'm gonna do now. I have set this up terribly for the slightly misogynistic jokes I've said in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But in relation to what happened this week, your woman Sarah Everard,
Yeah.
and she died.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's been a police charged with kidnap and murder.
Yeah.
Okay, oh my God, I'm just realizing we were up on the top of the Empire State Building in terms of levity, and now we are like underground. We're in the metro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's fucking yeah, man.
Listeners, this is for the tough-hearted. This is a hard jump. Ryan, how fucked up is that whole ordeal? You
Yeah.
know?
Also, as well to the kids watching this, permission slip, please,
Yeah,
before entering this
yeah,
topic.
actually, yeah. Stop your mom or your dad, whatever they're doing, even if they're in an important business meeting, interrupt and say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna watch some pretty edgy stuff right now."
Mhm.
So, just
But
if I come out a
yeah, it's
different
one of those
man.
things. We always say, "Oh, women need to, you know, stay away from dark alleys or wear specific items of clothing, wear bright
Hmm.
clothing, carry, self defense,
Yeah,
instruments and all to help them." And it's like, but the woman who was kidnapped and murdered was, did all that.
yeah,
And when are we gonna steer the conversation from what did the woman do, or what can the woman do to stop this, to just, hey men, stop fucking raping
stop
people,
being fucking
you know
like
what?
soulless,
And people, I saw this
power-hungry
like,
fucks.
why was she, like, you always see this with women, like, why was she out at this time? And it's never like, it's always, oh yeah, why was the woman out at that time, and not why was there a man around going to kill people? Like, we need
Yeah,
to start addressing
yeah.
that. And the fact that there's somehow an argument,
I
the fact that
mean,
there's some rebuttal to,
yeah,
yeah, can you please stop murdering us, and there's somehow
yeah.
all male demographic rebuttal at that. is
I was
just
gonna say I was seeing on Twitter,
sad.
and I was actually like pretty taken aback with a lot of the replies I was seeing, like from men, and not to be ageist or whatever, but like a lot of it's like seemingly the generation above us. It's kind of older men. It's kind of 30s to 40s men that just aren't quite
Hmm.
catching the boat. And like I saw one before. Now look, everyone's had their own experience. I saw one and it was just basically saying like, oh yeah, but all terrible this, a lot of terrible stuff that women do to men goes talked about or unreported and blah 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 blah. And I saw some people rallying behind that. And it's just the thing again of like so many people, it's the same. Okay, it's not the exact same, but it is comparable to Black Lives Matter in the sense of people. So many people were pushing that back, and they just couldn't understand and sympathize with how these people feel ostracized by the police. And then you
Hmm.
look at this scenario, and it makes you realize like there's so many men out there who just cannot think about outside their own bubble in the sense of like, how do I affect women? Like, women have to make so many assurances and so many like peace of minds they have to do just so they can guarantee that they get home that night. Like you've never had to, I think I tweeted about this, like you've never had to, Ryan, me and you going on a
Hmm.
date, like we've never had to send a text to each other or our
Never.
location into a group
I've
chat
never had to worry about it.
just to be like, hey guys, I'm here. So if I don't respond in an hour or something, I've been killed or whatever the fuck.
Hmm.
I just
Um,
think it's mental how so many people nowadays, like, look, we're all equal, of course, but our sex, whether you are quote unquote one of the good guys, our sex as a whole still largely holds women to the in this like, what would you say, societal prison or some shit
hmm.
where they're both told to be so careful, but then it doesn't matter anyway.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and I saw this thing and I was like, oh, but there's so much shit that happens to men as well. Like, and yes, that's true, but there's a time and place for that. And right now we're focused on women's issues. There'll be a time, and there's time for a conversation with that, but
Yeah.
it's just so distasteful now to just when this has been brought up to like just, oh, but men have this too. It's like, no, not talking about that now.
Yeah.
There is a time and place for that, but just not now. And also that whole thing of, oh, like men can be afraid to go out at night. Yeah, but what are you fearing? You're fearing other men. There's
Yeah.
not a man that goes out at night and is like, oh God, I'm scared. Like I've been in dodgy places, at night time, and I'm like, oh fuck, I hope no one mugs me. I'm not thinking about a woman mugging me.
Yeah.
It's a man,
I'm not
you
thinking of
know.
like like a, I don't know. I'm not
Also,
thinking of
one,
the consequences of
yeah,
like, I don't know. The most I'm worried about is like getting Beth and like losing my
mhm,
wallet or something
by a man,
by a man. And like I'm not
you know.
thinking like, Susan's gonna come out now and bring her girlfriends and like stomp my teeth in. You know what I mean?
But another thing that's bothering me as well is that so many people, like, just any male listeners, right, go and listen to women and go and listen to women's stories. Don't,
Yeah.
I'm here to just voice my piece and then give my 2 cents, but
Mm-hmm.
don't listen to their stories. And I don't you don't need a man's, position on it. Don't
Yeah.
listen to us. We're just two fellas doing a
No, I
podcast.
mean, look,
Go and actually listen to your all. That's what I'm saying. It's like not all men, but every single woman has
yeah,
been in some way harassed, assaulted, raped. It happens. So go and listen to them, and go listen to your friends, your family that have experienced this. Listen to them firsthand. Don't. Why does it always take a man's voice on radio, TV, movies, or some shit before you realize this? When you can just go and listen to them firsthand. We all know someone,
mm-hmm.
so
Of
listen to
course.
them.
I mean, like, man, I've seen it personally, like especially in that
Mm-hmm.
place I used to work. There was like a staff outing, and one of the chefs, like there was a waitress, and one of the chefs just like proper squeezed her arse in front of everyone, and like she was really upset by it, and she was made so uncomfortable then. And then not we, but like me and one of the other lads then were like, right, well, I'll get a taxi because we're all going back to Swords. And she just wanted to leave then because like the whole
Mm-hmm.
night was ruined just to get his kicks. This one lad thought, fuck
Yeah.
it, I'll just violate this person's, personal space. Anyway, we can go on about this. There's plenty of people making more eloquent, having more eloquent chats and conversations about it. The last thing I would just say is that whether or not you think you are the good guy, there are plenty of other guys that are dragging us all down. And we just have to be aware that women can't innately know who's trustworthy and who isn't. So if you're getting offended that women are expressing their frustration dealing with shitty guys, and if you're taking that personally, I mean, it might be time to realize you might also be kind of a shitty guy, or at least,
You're a part of the problem.
yeah, you know. And shutting women
Um,
down with this kind of stuff is even worse further into the problem. Anyway,
and also like not, and once again that whole thing of like not all men, but enough men, and
yeah,
that's
too
much.
many, too many.
That's still not good enough,
Yeah.
and it's something that we need to seriously address.
Now, on such a serious note, we will end. Please, as we say, go and read some of the stories. Plenty of people talking about it on Twitter. Go read some of the stories from women and how they've been made feel. And just, for lack of a better phrase, just respect women. Just cop the fuck on, lads. Anyway, I've been Andrew. That's been Ryan. Say goodbye.
See you later, guys. Hope to see you next week. Check out Ryan's Corner. Plug in myself. Check out Ryan's Corner.
Check out Hotfirefire on Twitch as well, popping off, and JMastrlew now on Twitch as well.
Also, check the description. There's a petition there to sign to banish house lamps.
Yes.
Thanks, boys.
And also probably women's charity, because we should probably have an actual point.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.